Hi, everybody. I just want to talk about the really serious issue that's facing us right now. We got about 20 days less, before the country descends into madness. And I just hope everybody votes the right way. If you're in a red state, it probably doesn't even matter until we can get rid of the Electoral College and all of the gerrymandering. But if you live in a swing state, go vote. Everybody go vote for local stuff. If we can turn the Congress blue, then we at least will have a fighting chance against the stacked Supreme Court and the terribleness that will be in the White House. If Kamala wins, Trump will undoubtedly throw a fit, and there'll be all kinds of voter fraud and all of the other things, but it'll pretty much be over soon. The whole MAGA crowd will fall away. The cult of Trump will subside. People will get back to a state of normalcy, and hopefully he'll be prosecuted. And he's rich, so he won't go to jail, but we'll get past this thing eventually. If he wins, we'll be in a whole heap of trouble. First thing is he'll make all of the legal problems of his own just disappear. He'll pardon all of the J6 protesters and rioters, and they will all be emboldened again. All of the hate and divisiveness will just be reinforced, and we'll have another 4 years. Normally, I would just be an accelerationist and say, just let them have it. The economy's been doing so good these last 4 years. And frankly, except for the pandemic, since Obama. So technically, the Trump years were good. I'll be the first one to admit that the economy was good for the last 8 years, except for the pandemic. Biden's brought it all back, but there's a recession coming. That's just the way capitalism works, and it goes in waves. I watched a video recently about who actually does better for the economy, and the guy just proved with numbers that it doesn't matter. It's the cycle, and it just happens to be who's in office. There's things they can do that will affect it. But overall, Democrats have had good and bad years. Republicans have had good and bad years. Recessions have happened under Democratic presidents. They've happened under Republican presidents. And it just really doesn't matter. It's the way people feel about the economy. And that's the problem right now, is they've got the algorithms, they've got your algorithms all jacked up to where they're feeding you all this doom and gloom, and everything Trump talks about is just, it's how awful it is in this country, and it's just not true. We've got Trump and Vance both just crisscrossing the country, just rally after rally, just talking about hate and divisiveness and fear, and it's just not helping. You're not helping. And we just have to get rid of this cult of Trump. And make no mistake about it, by all definitions, it is a cult. The MAGA is a cult. And you need to pity your friends that are a part of that cult. I mean, it may be easier to just write them off right now, but it's almost like if there was a zombie plague, and if we could kill the plague, the people would turn back into people. We don't have to kill them. We can just turn them back. Some we've lost forever. Some people are just gone forever. He's got a base, about probably 20-30%, that are just going to believe anything he says. And I just don't understand it. I'm just like, really? Him, of all people? He's the only one with the answers. Rest of the government doesn't know anything. Officials and medical and scientists and people like that, they don't know anything. Trump knows everything. He knows. The decision should be objectively easy. But we have half the country that is completely brainwashed into the cult of Trump. And at the rallies, Trump continues to ramble incoherently and weave his incoherent thoughts with hatred and bigotry and lies. And frankly, yelling about Hannibal Lecter and windmills and sharks. And it used to be kind of entertaining in a WTF kind of way. You wake up in the morning and check the news and see what crazy shit Trump is talking about or doing. But now it's just not funny anymore. It's sad and pathetic and most of all dangerous. Talking about Haitian immigrants in Springfield eating the dogs and cats, which is not true. Talking about FEMA not having money for the hurricanes in the South because the money was spent on immigrants, and it's just not true. That kind of rhetoric is costing lives. There's people that believe Trump over the officials, and when FEMA comes to help them, they think they've come to take their land, and they're not letting them into the areas that they need to be in to help people. They keep telling you that they don't care about you. If you just listen to what they're saying, it's not even between the lines anymore. They literally comes out and says it. I don't even care about you. I just need your vote. And vote for me, Christians. If you vote this one time, you won't have to do it again. What does that mean? You won't ever have to vote again? That's dictator stuff right there. I don't understand how you could fall for that. You have Shady Vance out there talking about illegals and childless cat ladies, and you have Republicans jumping ship left and right when longtime war criminal Dick Cheney says that Trump is going too far. Then it's reached a point where it's gone too far. General Milley has even said Trump is the most dangerous thing for the country right now. And this is a guy that's went up against the bad guys in war for the last 40 years. It's just major red flags, man. Most importantly, they're trying to downplay how important it is that they admit that Trump lost the 2020 election. They just he will not concede, and now he's got J.D. Vance saying he wouldn't have certified the election. And that's the only reason he has a position right now in the first place, is because his last guy had a moment of clarity, decided to do what was right. I just make it make sense why people support a 4-time felon, 2-time impeached, disgraced president, failed businessman, 3 ex-wives, 5 children that range from the estranged to the retarded. I've got 10 pages of notes here that I've been writing political stuff for the last couple of months, and I haven't made any of these videos, and I'm hoping that after November I won't have to use any of this material. I don't want to make all of the Mango Mussolini videos that I could make, but we've got 20 days to figure out what we're going to do and save this country. So please go vote for Harrison Walz. It's just too important. He's already threatened that he won't leave the office when his term is up. And he's got Shady Vance on his side, whose political mentor is a guy named Curtis Yarvin, who for the last 10 years has preached that we need a dictatorship to fix all the problems that we have in this country. And all the signs are right there. They don't even bother to dog whistle most of the things that they just come right out and say what they're just coming right out and saying what they're going to do. When they got a little bit of backlash from Project 2025, people are saying it's kind of messed up what some of those things say. He said, "Oh, I don't have anything to do with that." But, you know, he does. He quotes things straight out of Project 2025 at his rallies when he's not a bumbling idiot or just playing music to sway to. Just vote this one time, Christians, and you won't have to do it again. We'll have it so fixed that we won't have to ever vote again. You tell me what that means. There's never not been a peaceful transition of power in this country until 2021, when the January 6 rioters tried to take over the Capitol and kill whoever they could. If you don't see how threatening and dangerous that is, then I don't know how to reach you. So please, if you are on the side of goodness and want a future for this country, go vote for Harrison Walz. That's all I could say about that.